First question, man. Are you going to keep your current house after you move to a new one? No, we're not. This is up for sale, and it's been almost being sold very soon anyway. No, we're not, man. We're moving. We're trying to move basically next week or this weekend, and it's probably carrying on all the way through to December. But I want to be fully in the new place by Christmas. So this house will be here. It's up for sale. And yeah, I don't want to be a landlord, man. That's not for me. Not for property, not for housing property anyway. So, nope, this one's up for sale. We'll move into a new one completely. Can you do a video on posing technique? Man, I have one already available in Hostile, but you're right, man. I need to do an updated one. So I will be doing a video on that, that's a really good idea. I will be doing a video on posing techniques, more up-to-date one with all the knowledge I've picked up since I started, because the last one I did for Hostile was back in 2021. Or 2022, around that time. So I think, I better do an update one, given all the knowledge I've learned since then. So I will be doing one. That's such a good idea, man. I will be doing a posing video explaining posing techniques. Thanks. Please, sir, bodybuilding tips. Eat food and go to the gym. That's a really, really good tip. Yeah. What's your total expense for your last prep, man? I have no idea, man. It's a lot to calculate, obviously. You're not just calculating the food, the diet, and everything else. You're calculating travel, everything you have to do during prep, the therapy sessions, everything. I never put all those to numbers, so I have no idea. I'll be interested if I ever do it though, but I won't do it until literally I can be done bodybuilding. And maybe one day I'll go to the expensive one of my preps, but right now I have no idea. How can I contact you? You contacted me now, right? Right here. Ready to win again next year, man. That's the plan, man. 1 year at a time, 1 year at a time. Go one after the other until I can't go no more. And that's the plan. Does wearing wrist strap affect forearm game? Not really. It does not. I mean, I think you're really sensitive about that, but no, in all forms, it does not affect forearm game. How old are you? I'm 38. I know somewhere on the internet they got it floating around. I'm 32. Nah, man, I'm 38, man. I'm too old for that, man. I'm so old school. Now I'm 38. I don't know where they got the idea of me being 32 or who passed that around, but no. Specific, I'm looking to improve going to next year. Man, I want to improve on everything like I always do, man. I want to improve on every part of my body that can bring me to make me a better competitor. But, I think probably if you were trying to be into something more specific, obviously I want to improve my back a lot more. That's something I just want to keep improving now because I'm loving the way it's improving so fast. I just want to keep that up. At the same time, I want to get everything else to kind of match that as well. So everything else has to keep up that pace. So I don't want one muscle group to ever be overwhelming to the rest. They all have to balance out, and that's what's been key for my physique since I've been doing this. Fills you up with the most gratitude each day, man. Knowing that I'll get to live this life, the life I have today. Honestly, it's one thing when you've been at the bottom for a long time and you almost feel like, man, that ain't never gonna happen. But then to have your life and your dreams and blessings and come through like mine has, man, every time I wake up, I just feel like, holy shit, I got nothing to complain about. Look at the life I'm living. Look where I've come from. Look where I am now. So, man, everything I have today, being able to live this life that I dreamt about so long. Hell, I only dreamt about being a top bodybuilder. I never dreamt about being, I did imagine what it could be like being Mr. Olympia, but to be here now, it just exceeds that. So, man, I know I'm blessed. I really feel blessed every single day. How old were you when you started bodybuilding, man? I started bodybuilding at 28. So, yes, man, I started bodybuilding late compared to most guys. But, man, 28, 10 years ago. Do you feel any additional pressure now that you are Mr. Olympia? And if so, what are you doing to cope with it? I can't say that I do, man. I think it hasn't been no different to any other pressure I've felt all through. I always put more pressure on myself than anybody can anyway. So that hasn't changed for me. And another way I look at it from the position I'm in is this. When you start feeling like you're defending something, you feel the pressure more than you feel if you're attacking and you're going after something. So for me, I have the title this year. Next year is a whole new year, and anybody could be Mr. Olympia. So I want to get that title. So for me, personally myself, I'm going after it. No, I'm defending what I already have. Because what I have right now is mine. No one would ever take that away. No one will ever take that 2024 I was Mr. Olympia. So that's already set in stone. 2025 is the one I'm going after. So when I look at it in terms of attacking that or going after that, I'm just as reckless and as crazy as everybody else. When you start feeling pressure is when you feel like you're defending something you own. How many times a week do you do abs and calves when you're on bulk? Abs, I only do abs once every 2 weeks when I'm in off season and I'm bulking up. Calves I do every week, just like everything else. Calves, I'm constantly on it, just like everything else. Abs, I save abs for prep when I really want to bring out abs detail. So towards the closing, towards the whole prep, that's when I start putting abs in. What inches are your arms? I have no idea. Look, I'm a bodybuilder, man. I have no ego. I don't need size. Numbers and size don't mean anything to me. I'm a bodybuilder on stage, so it's all about how big they look, not what they measure. So I've never measured body parts, man. I think I stopped doing that when I was I think my second year as a pro, I just stopped doing that. But since then, man, I don't. Numbers don't mean anything in bodybuilding, man. It's all about what the visual look is. Is your private gym gonna be up and running? Mixed kit or one sponsorship? And yes, I'm excited about. The building will be purchased before Christmas, so that is already finalizing itself, just buying the building out, and I want it to be ready literally somewhere in the Arnold Prep. Preferably, I want to be ready sooner in the Arnold Prep before the prep. I think Arnold is late February and early March. I think it's 29th of February. I want the gym to be ready before that. But you know what? It all comes down to how quickly I can get the equipment in, and that's where either mix or sponsorship will come through, will just be decided. Basically, whoever gets me the equipment the fastest, that's what I'm going with. Those work better than bench press. They both have their strengths and they both have their weaknesses. So it's not about which one is better, they both work. It just depends on which one you prefer. Each one have their pitfalls and each one have their big strengths as well. So yeah. Man, I feel after you won the big O, more pressure as a coach. No, she never felt pressure last year when everybody was expecting her to flop it. So now, man, she doesn't feel anything. She keeps she just says the same thing, going, "Well, if I get it wrong, what are you gonna do? Divorce me?" I'm like, no. She's like, "Well, I ain't got no pressure." So no, she's not feeling anything, man. She's more laid back than I am. Is your gut health stack or routine? I have zero. No gut health stack or routine. I don't even think I don't take anything for gut. No. I've always had perfect freaking stomach health and digestion, so I've never needed anything, and I've always been like this since I was a child. I've never had problems with digesting any food I eat. So even now, it's just still there because we've always done stuff to protect it. So we've never limited my diet. We've never took anything out of my diet in the first place. We've always kind of put everything in my diet so I can digest everything going through the whole bodybuilding. I eat whole foods, man. So I've always eaten home cooked food. So now I don't have any problems with that, man. Recipe for beef, for my beef. I don't know you know about beef, and I'm not cooking beef, right? Look, man, like I've said for people with time and years, people ask me this question, what's my recipe for seasoning my chicken and beef and stuff like that? I've said the same results all the time. I ain't telling. That's my secret, man. I will use that stuff when as I said, I always used to say, when I open my gym, I'm gonna have a restaurant next to it doing bodybuilding food. But shit, I'm about to own a gym. But let me think about that. Yeah. Super saying during a workout, the people naturally stay out of my way. No, man, it's the gym that I train. One thing I'm very, very blessed and lucky about is the people that come to my gym know who I am and they recognize my training style, and they've they always come respected that and just let me do it, which is very, very, honestly, that's a big thing, and I can't thank them enough because of that. So people in my gym, they've always kind of just respected that and just kind of know that, okay, this is what I do, and they've always just respected and stay out of the way because of that. And I'm just blessed to have people at Factory Gym that they're just that good. They really are that good and that helpful and that accepting of this what I do. So yeah, man, I appreciate that. My plan to secure my future financially. That's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm buying buildings. Simple. But yeah, man, yeah. How much do I weigh at a rough guess? I mean, 2 weeks ago when I was at a height of off-season or a height of rebound, I was 330 pounds. Since then, we started cutting food, so I started prepping again. So now I'm probably about 325 or something like that. So yeah, we're slowly starting to come down. My plan to take the construction championships, F1 fan from South Africa. Thanks, man. Dude, they were on top of the construction championship last time I watched, man. Dude, I've been busy for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've missed it, but from what I gather, McLaren were leading the construction championship. The last time 2 weeks ago. So please don't tell me they're not there. And I do think they can win, man. It's not that long left in the season. So hell, Vettel is probably gonna Verstappen is probably gonna win it, and Norris is probably gonna be second. Sadly, I want Norris to win. When are you gonna come to Nigeria? When I have time. Honestly, I have so many bookings between now and the rest of next year. Honestly, I'm on every continent within now and next year. So I got a lot of traveling to do. There's a lot of traveling coming. So guys, stay tuned. If I'm coming somewhere near you, be sure to let you know. So come out and come out and say hello. But yeah, we got a lot of traveling coming up. What is the key for a good off-season bulk? Thank you. Eat a lot of food and clean food as that. A lot of home-cooked food. Properly home-cooked whole foods. That works blessings in the off-season. You have no idea how much tissue you can put on when you actually eat natural home-cooked food. And because you gotta eat so much of it, your body can tolerate a lot better than if you kind of eat junk and stuff like that, because your body can tolerate junk, it just stores fat and shitloads of water. So please, when you switch it up like that, you eat a lot of home cooked food. Majority of it your body can use as fuel and use as building block to build more muscle in the off season. So that's one of the biggest tricks. Top. Yes, I am. I am on the top. Nah, I'm just playing around. Honestly, man, thank you very much, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What is your favorite lifting split? How many days per week? Will I train 5 days a week? Have 2 days rest? And my training has always been nice and simple and straightforward since day one. Back on Monday, legs on Tuesday. Legs, glutes, quads and hamstrings on Tuesday, shoulders on Wednesday, arms on Thursday, rest Friday, chest and calf on Saturday, and rest on Sunday. Weakest muscle goes first, stronger muscles go last. Same thing always.